welcome to our channel, Twinflames Embrace.
We are Twinflames in union.
Paco and Deb.
Hi.
Hey.
And yeah, in today's video, we want to share like how to heal communication with your twin flame. Very important topic. It's kind of like a foundation in the whole journey. Why is it so important that we heal communication with our twin flame? My twin flame is not talking to me. They are bastards. No, they are pointing you somewhere. Like what they are showing to you. Where are you not communicating to yourself?
I feel like I have now a block in communication. It's kind of...
You don't know what to say now? That's funny. Okay, we can work it out as we go with the video.
Yes.
Okay. What is the blog about?
I am afraid now of speaking. I feel fear.
Okay. And what is causing fear?
I don't know, maybe I give too much power to the outside. I feel like I am I'm giving more focus on the outside now, on my inner.
Okay. So can it be that this fear is a miscommunication that you're having with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're giving more power to something outside of you then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's this part you need to be.
I feel I need safety here.
Okay.
That I feel safe and communicate myself honestly.
And openly. Because
openly.
We are out in the open. We are in the park, people come and go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Can you give that part of you all the safety that you need?
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe for you to take that space?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are we doing in truth?
Yeah.
What are we sharing?
I'm sharing just the healing we made in our union about communication and how important it is.
Yeah. So we are sharing love.
Yes.
And isn't that what we are supposed to do?
Yeah.
So is it safe for us to share love?
Yes.
Okay. How does this part of you feel?
I'm feeling better now.
Okay.
Feeling safe now to share.
She's back. Healing power in action.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel better. And I would like to share the healing we made about communication we made since we are living together since July.
Yeah, end of June.
End of June, yes.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Sure. You have all the screen for yourself.
Yeah. And one of our core values, or the one core value we have is honesty. So we were very honest with ourselves in a very blunt way.
Oh.
And we...
very straightforward.
With the weeks we figured out it's not very nice and kind how we speak to each other. And as we started to trigger more and more places in our heart, they feel pain and hurt. We also started to fight. That's totally okay. When you always commit to heal through it and feel through everything that comes up with such a fight, even you are kind of scream with each other.
Yeah.
And we came to this point where we said we don't appreciate anymore to speak with each other.
Yeah, we don't desire to, yeah, exactly. We don't desire this kind of aggression perhaps in our communication, that there must be a more compassionate way of talking to each other when we realize we are moving through something very triggering.
But we had to kind of be honest where we are at right now to be able to see what it is there and what we would like to change. Otherwise we would not be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
And that is how you can heal everything you don't like in your twin flame channel.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
in your communication.
It seems, I'm going to give an example and maybe it's going to sound a little bit over exaggerated, but the same thing happens with those who have an addiction. The first thing that they are told is that in order to heal of their addiction, they have to recognize they are having a problem.
Yeah,
and
awareness is the first step for healing.
And this is exactly the same in our union. We first have to be really honest with our feelings and say, oh, here is something that doesn't feel good. Okay, what am I going to choose? I'm going to choose to heal because I choose to feel better now. And like Paco was saying, just simply move through it.
Yeah, like now, even we made this video for you and we would like to share how important communication with your twin flame is. And I don't mean 5D communication.
No, actual
I
communication
mean
in
communication in
like-
3D.
yeah,
And
like
people,
face to face.
yeah, and even if you go through a false twin flame
Yeah.
experience, the communication with your false twin flame is preparing you for your true twin flame. So the person you feel or believe
that
it
is
is your
something.
twin flame, it's totally okay to go through whatever comes up with this person, even you are not really sure about it. When you are feeling guided to explore with this person right now,
It
then
is completely
go
safe
there.
and
It's safe,
and-
and communication is so important
Yeah.
because we are human and we can speak for a reason. It has a purpose.
yeah, like the whole civilization is built on communication basically. So
And-
yeah, it's very interesting. I like to add on what you were saying because you brought up the false twin flame experience, and we actually both had this experience in our journeys. And basically, this is also what I was mentioning at the beginning of the video while you were getting clear on your blog, that even if this person doesn't seem to be talking to you or replying to you, and you're getting clear on whether this person is or not your twin flame, they are always pointing you where you're having a miscommunication with yourself. And part of our healing in communication was, for instance, me having the clarity that I'm actually having an upset and expressing that in a place where before I would shut this part down and not say anything. Like, this is something that we are also healing in our union. We're talking about it in our session today.
With our coaches.
Yeah, exactly. Like for many years, my response was, "Oh, I'm gonna avoid conflict," or I will make up excuses for other people's inappropriate behavior, and say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna just like go into this corner, and I'm not gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna let it pass." But that wasn't honoring what I was truly feeling, and of course this needed to be communicated because relationships function on that, as you were saying, communication. Like, you have to communicate with the other person what you find appropriate and what you're not finding appropriate. And this will this happens in every relationship, and specifically in your union, because your twin flame is your perfect mirror. So if you are not sharing what's going on and you're holding on to an upset, your twin flame is gonna mirror just that, and it's gonna get really uncomfortable. You can have the choice to heal it and feel better and move through it like we are doing now.
And I realized too, what we are healing with communication is also having boundaries. And you can have a healthy communication when you have healthy boundaries, because then you realize what is really mine and what is coming from the other person or from my twin flame.
Yeah.
You are responsible just for your feelings, also in your communication.
Yeah, and even in your union, like, I'm never responsible for how he feels, and the same applies to me. He's not responsible for how I feel, but we can partner up. And like,
It feels always better when you don't do that. When you try to be responsible for something that is mine, I don't like it.
No, and I don't like, it feels really bad. And so, for instance, I've been working through mastering boundaries within our union. I come from kind of like being taught to be responsible for everyone else, and maybe at some point being responsible for myself.
No, that's the people who are around you because they benefit from your energy, and you are never the source for someone. You're always, your source is always God.
No, of course, but what I mean is, what I want to get to with this is that we actually have the power to create our own realities. Like, we can, and this is something that I wanted to share before I jumped into this piece of the video. By communicating with each other what we find appropriate and what not, or realizing we are having a block and getting clear on who's the block from, or we both are having the same block, is like, we can shape what kind of relationship we actually want.
Yeah, what you desire, you can manifest and attract into a reality.
Yeah.
But therefore you have to be honest
Yeah,
what
of
you
course.
desire also.
Of course, getting really clear with that. But I felt like that was the most important thing for me. It's seeing that I can shape and have the relationship that I actually desire. And even if we are screaming at the top of our lungs to each other or slamming doors on our faces, it's getting better. I feel like I
because we
can
don't hold it back. Because
feel safe in opening up and having a healthy relationship with you, and that makes me feel very safe as a divine feminine. And it's kind of like I want to give more into my union. So
Yeah,
I
because
go
you are
through
not holding
something.
back, even you know that's
Yeah.
not the nicest thing on earth, but it's still here, and without
Yeah,
when
it's,
holding it back, don't resolve it, and you cannot heal it.
no, but it's like we were sharing in the session today. I find it very comforting in a sense that I can bitch and scream and have my moments, and it seems like I'm a hurricane blowing, and he is still there, like he doesn't go anywhere. He sets his boundary, of course, but it's like a tree that you cannot move or push away. And that is like, I can so relax into that, and it makes it much easier to go deeper with you in our connection.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
that
you
is
go.
this.
I have to calm myself down now.
You're so in love now with God and your twin
it's-
flame. Everything
yeah.
is the same. And this is because I don't take it personally what you scream at me, because I realize you are going
Just having a
through
moment.
triggers,
Yeah.
and I still have my boundaries, and I also got clear with the experience that I don't like that.
Yeah,
I
and the
don't
same.
desire that anymore. Even you are going through that, and I found another way to communicate with you, that I don't need to create kind of God-guided this contrast, that you can access these feelings, or that I can access these feelings. And so we learned in being together, we learn from each other how to communicate with each other.
Communicate. Yes. And also kind of like claim our space too when you are having your moments and you're screaming at the top of your, oh man, that is. But then I was like, okay, let me know when we can actually have a conversation, because I'm not gonna stand there and just like hear 30 minutes of him screaming at me when I see that he's moving through something. And it's also very important, like when he's having his moment, I just give him his space, I claim mine, and I also get clear, okay, is he also mirroring me something, or is he just he's upset?
Exactly.
I get clear without getting entangled in the drama of an argument that never leads anywhere if we are both screaming at each other and not taking responsibility for anything.
Yeah, it's taking responsibility for your
What you're feeling.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
good.
like that's okay. We are having human experiences. Feelings are part of that. It doesn't have to be all like laugh and a bit of roses all the time. Sometimes there are moments where I'm gonna feel like shit, and that's okay too. But the choice is, do we sit on it, or do we move through it and find our peace on the other side and feel better about it and keep sharing a wonderful life with our Twinflames? Like, our discussions, like our arguments, have been kind of like they look like a shit show if I would look at them from an old perspective. But every time we move through them, the union feels better.
Yes, we always go deep in love,
So
and
it's
everything
like,
gets better.
very yummy.
Yeah, that I feel like it's me make more parts about communication.
Yeah.
So that was the first part about healing communication with your twin flame. And yeah, if you would like to have support on your journey and heal communication with your twin flame, don't hesitate reaching out to us. Just visit our website twinflamesembrace.com and book a session with us. We would love to support you. Much love and stay safe. Bye.